Perhaps the match on the card that Booch might need at least 2 donuts to talk about. This one to me, I've been waiting for this moment seemingly for days for Booch's take on Tiffany Stratton, Tiffy time, taking on Her Majesty, Her Highness, the Queen herself, Charlotte Flair, for the Women's Championship. Booch, what say you, sir?
Well, I've said this before. I will say it again till I'm blue in the face. There is no other option. Tiffany has to win this. If Charlotte Flair leaves Las Vegas, Nevada as the WWE Women's Champion, then Tiffy time's up. She's buried. She's dead. She's done. As Cornette would say, she's deader than Kelsey's nuts. It's over. Tiffy cannot recover, which is why I have been 1,000% against this match since day one-ish. I have been against this completely. I said Charlotte should have fought Rhea because, again, that's where the money is. This makes noise, not money. The build-up has been atrocious. I've seen they had it to the point where they had to shoot on each other, and even that went awkwardly. In fact, the only thing positive about it is I love Chicago. That's pretty much the one thing I've enjoyed from this was the Chicago fans booing the false Flair out of the building is the only thing I've enjoyed. This only works if Tiffany Stratton wins. That's why I said, at least if Charlotte and Rhea were fighting, if Rhea took a loss, she can keep going. Rhea Ripley has established herself as a badass, as a star in the women's division. She can take the hit and keep on ticking. Tiffany, they have not done enough with her as champion to establish her. So she needs this win or she's fucked. So I'm going with Tiffany in the hopes that Triple H realizes that too. But again, this is another match that scares me because I know Triple H thinks differently than Vince, but I also know Triple H loves the Nature Boy. So I'm hoping he doesn't use Charlotte to bury Tiffany like she's
Yeah.
buried so many other women in the division. Yeah,
So,
Vince was in charge at that time, but I don't know if Triple H is smart enough to see that. So I'm hoping Tiffany wins.
so Desmond, I definitely want your pick here before I give mine. But Desmond, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever seen such a case of Charlotte derangement syndrome in your whole life as Booch has? I mean, it's
Charlotte,
crazy. It's
he talks
and
about Charlotte the way most fans talk about John Cena.
yeah. Yeah, that is a great equation. Yeah, that is a great comp. So go ahead, Des. What about you on this match? What say you?
In all fairness, I locked it in after the Royal Rumble. I already made it clear who I'm voting for. Tiffy's going to come through and she's going to beat Charlotte Flair. I said that when Charlotte won the Rumble. I told you that that was the match that was going to happen.
And you're staying with that? You don't think there's any room?
My way too early prediction has not changed at all. I think that that is the best case scenario to solidify Tiffany Stratton as your champion.
Okay, there's so much at play here, and I want y'all to hear me, okay? Because I know some people are going to say, he's a fan, he's talking for... I'm speaking from, yes, I'm a fan of both of these people. I'm also a fan of story and the different detours and paths it could take, right? I get your fear, Booch, about Tiffy time being up if she loses. I think it's a little over the top. I'm just going to say that. You're entitled to your opinion, and it has merit and foundation to why you think that. WWE, as we all know, under McMahon, sure, and even somewhat under H. Look, Charlotte's in this match for a reason. Now, whether that's to blow smoke, to solidify, I believe that it's for something different. I am going to go out on another limb. I went there with Gunter at the top of the show, the first recording that if y'all haven't listened to, listen to it. I'm going to say it. I think Her Highness is going to beat Tiffany Stratton, and Booch, you are going to be like this. I mean, it's going to be a sight, and it's prepare yourselves, y'all. Like, why do we expect anything different? Like, I don't know why you people believe in a new, like, it's like blind. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong here. I could be, but I'm going to say that WWE is going to stay true to form. What Charlotte wants is what Charlotte gets. And it's going to be time for Charlotte to be wearing that again. And by the way, I love the back and forth. So why is Ludwig in my DMs? Like, I love that stuff. Like, that to me is like, whether it's true or not, that got personal. And it's public information too. It's not like in the 80s when you didn't know who was on the outs, when the internet wasn't there. Like, now we know what's going on. So bring it on into the squared circle. I love that. And this match is going to be a great match. Whether you love him or hate him, this is one. Don't miss this match. Do not miss this match. Final thoughts on this before we move on.
I agree with most of what you said, and I don't. There's one thing you said that I completely disagree with.
Okay.
You said you're going out on a limb. You're not. It's not going out on a limb to bet on Charlotte Flair. It's not. She has a WrestleMania. She has a WrestleMania win rate, a championship win rate that is just like John Cena's. Okay, 100%. She is, she's a safe bet most of the time. But I feel like in some cases, when you have a new star who gets the championship early, you need something big to boost her up. And you said what Charlotte wants, she gets. I don't think she wants that title. I think a storyline, she wants the title. But I think behind the scenes, she's ready to build up the women's roster. And the way to do that is to give it to to build up the new star.
Well said.
I don't hate Charlotte. I think Charlotte sees money in Tiffany being the next champion, the next big champion.